Once upon a time, many years ago, deep in the heart of a forest lived a young girl named Ireno. Her parents were very poor. They lived in a rickety house and had only one goat to sell if they needed money. One night, Ireno's parents were talking to each other quietly. They were scared to wake her because they didn't want her to hear what they were saying. But Ireno couldn't sleep. She listened to their conversation. Her parents were talking about an evil witch who lived in the forest. The witch would come into the village at night, enter the houses, and steal children. The witch wanted to eat them, and lately, the witch had been looking for someone to eat, and her eyes were set on Ireno. Now her parents knew that their house wasn't very safe, but there was nothing they could do. They were poor. They couldn't build a sturdier house. They couldn't even afford a gun to scare away the witch. All they had was one lone shotgun shell. And that made Ireno's father very sad. "We should have saved more shells," he said to his wife. "But now we have only one." Ireno overheard what her father had said. She knew he was talking about the witch. She was scared to death, but she didn't want her parents to worry about her. So the next morning, she woke up early and cooked breakfast. After her parents ate, she said, "I know how to stop the witch from eating me." "How?" asked her parents. "By using the last of our shotgun shells, I want you to load it into the gun and shoot it right at me." Her parents knew how brave their daughter was, but they couldn't bear the thought of her being eaten by a witch. "We could never do such a thing," said her mother. "That's not the answer." Ireno said, "Please trust me. I know what I'm doing." So her father loaded the gun, pointed it at her, and shot her right between the eyes. Wham! Her body was blown to bits. Her heart flew off and landed inside a rock. Her liver floated into a bush. Her kidneys jumped into a nearby cave. Her lungs sailed overhead and landed in a mango tree. Her stomach went through the air like a bird and nestled into a banana grove. Finally, her brain drifted away on the breeze and landed inside a bamboo joint. Each piece of her body flew away in a different direction. Meanwhile, the witch was stirring a big pot of stew. It smelled so good she could barely stand it. Then she opened the front door of her house and screamed, "Fetch me some meat, Skellig." Skellig was her little dog. The witch sent him racing through the jungle to gather up the pieces of Irene's body. Skellig sniffed around the rock. "Yuck," he thought. "This doesn't look or smell like food. I'm gonna throw it out." He buried her heart under a big log. Skellig found her liver and tried to chew on it, but it tasted so bitter he spat it out and left it in the bush. He took her kidneys into the cave and laid down on them, but they felt cold and hard, like stones, so he dragged them back outside. Next, Skellig brought her lungs to the witch's house, hung them up in the mango tree, and ran away. The witch came out to hang some laundry. She saw the lungs and ripped them down. "At last, some fresh meat for dinner," she said. But when she started to cut them up, she realized they were completely dry. The witch put her knife down and rubbed her aching back. "Those lungs won't do," she said. "I need something softer." A little while later, Skellig brought the witch her stomach. "Yum, yum," she said, licking her chops. But when she sliced it open, there was only a banana inside. "Bananas don't taste good," she complained. "I need something tastier." Finally, Skellig brought the witch her brain. He set it down on her kitchen table and wagged his tail. "Now we're talking," said the witch, taking a big bite. It tasted like sweet coconut. "Delicious," she said. "This is the best part of the stew." But after she ate a few mouthfuls, her belly started to hurt. "Ouch, ouch," she cried. "Why does everything taste so awful tonight? Is this stew cursed?" Skellig barked twice and trotted out the door. "Cursed? Cursed!" the witch yelled. "Maybe it is cursed," she said to herself. "Let's go see what the old hag says." So the witch went to the swamp to ask Baba Yaga if the stew was cursed. But Baba Yaga couldn't tell her. Baba Yaga suggested that the witch go back home and take a hot bath. Maybe that would cure whatever was ailing her. The witch thanked Baba Yaga and ran all the way home. She quickly undressed and stepped into her bathtub. But after she soaked for a while, she felt even worse. "I feel like I'm bursting," she cried. Then she ran to the window and looked up at the sky. "If only I could float up there among the stars," she said. "Maybe my body wouldn't hurt so much." Just then, Ireno's liver moved in the bush. It wiggled its toes and jumped out. Then it crawled up the witch's wall, entered the bathroom, and plopped into the bathtub. "Ew!" cried the witch. "What's that?" The liver said, "Don't be afraid. I'm only here to heal your body." The liver began to glow brightly. Its light poured through the room and healed the witch's aching bones. Then the liver jumped out of the tub and ran away. The witch felt wonderful. Her back didn't ache anymore. She was as happy as could be. Then she noticed a trail of blood leading out the door. The witch decided to follow it. She walked into the jungle and soon came to the mango tree where her lungs were hanging. She peeled them off the branches and slipped them over her arms. "So nice and squishy," she said. "I wonder who this body part belongs to." Just then, Ireno's stomach wriggled free of the banana and tumbled to the ground. My, said the witch. "It looks like this organ belongs to a girl." The witch placed the stomach in her lap and stroked it gently. "You're so soft and cuddly," she cooed. The witch walked a little farther and came to a clearing. In the middle stood a big boulder, and inside the boulder was Ireno's heart. The witch picked up the heart and squeezed it. "Oh, you're so juicy," she said. Then she ran home as fast as she could to add the heart to her stew. The witch chopped up the heart and threw it in the pot. She stirred it around and licked the spoon. She said. "That's the best part of the stew." Then the witch carried her big pot to the marketplace. She sat down on a stool and called out, "Come buy some delicious stew. Hot, hot." Nobody came near her. "Doesn't it look good?" she asked a passerby. "Looks great," said the man, "but I'm not hungry right now." The witch was upset. Nobody wanted to buy her stew. She wandered around the marketplace trying to find someone to eat her stew. She walked past Ireno's father. "Eat some stew," she said. "It's only 100 diamonds." "I'm not hungry," he replied. He continued walking. The witch's face turned green with anger. "So be that way," she yelled, "but you're gonna regret it." The witch went home and ate her entire pot of stew all by herself. After she finished, she felt funny. She could feel her insides squirming around. She ran to the bathroom and looked in the mirror. Her eyes popped out. She was turning into a skeleton. "Help me," she cried. "Help me." But no one could hear her. Soon she was nothing but bones. And that's why, to this day, witches avoid people who eat human flesh, because they never know when the victim might come back to haunt them.